Assalamualaikum and good day. My name is Amir Bahari. Today I'd like to share with you about my mother. My mother was born in the year 1945. Her father was a fisherman and her mother tapped rubber for a living. She grew up through hardship, I must say. But she grew up with responsibility too, because she took care of my auntie and she made sure that she helped her mother for the household chores. She was a person who is very much responsible. When I was born in the year 1973 to my mom, she told me that actually I didn't want to come out. She had to recite the azan, Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar. Then only I came out. After my delivery, my mom had complications, so actually she had to go through a surgery to remove her thyroid. And since then, she's on thyroxine for life. How would I describe my mother in one word? She's a gladiator. She gladiates. I've never seen somebody who is more courageous than her. She taught me many things in life, and I would like to share with you 5 things. Number 1, she taught me that when I teach someone, give all. Teach everything. Don't keep anything to myself. Teach everything, because when I teach, when I'm true to the knowledge, Allah will give me true knowledge. Number 2, she taught me to respect elders. My mom's relationship with my paternal grandmother wasn't that cordial, but she served her 100%, and she served her to her best ability. Never that I've seen her being rude to my grandmother. She's a dutiful wife, and a dutiful daughter-in-law. Number 3, she taught me that you must love what you do. My mom is very passionate in cooking. In fact, she has written about 6 or 7 cookbooks, and she's a very accomplished chef. I've seen her teaching people, and with that recipe, people make millions and millions of ringgit just by selling her sambal. That's just one dish. And I've heard stories where actually people go to her and learn, and it is so, follow the recipe, follow the book, that the next day, that person can actually teach others how to do it. Number 4, my mother taught me that I should give my all when I do something. I've seen how my mom loved my dad. She really adored her. So much so that every day she would make sure that she peeled the fruits for my dad. Now, I know it's nothing uncommon about that. But what makes her extraordinary is that she would actually peel the grapes for my dad. Now, that I've not seen in many households. 5thly, I learned from my mom that I should be passionate in what I do. And she has written books, she does cooking, and she makes sure that she sacrifices for the family. She gives her best. She goes 100% in what she does. Now, when I describe my mom as a gladiator, what do I mean? As a mother, she's really, really protective of all her sons. She never allowed us to be in the kitchen, and all her daughter-in-law actually had a tough time with her, because to my mom, her son can do no wrong. My mom actually is a lover. She's a lover. She loves my dad so much, and I've never seen anyone who adores my father so much. And she was so protective of my dad that she made sure that all of us actually complied to all of my dad's instruction. She made sure that our religious classes were on time. She made sure that we had good food on the table, and she'd go all the trouble to go shopping on the weekends, to get the best food for her. When I said about going out shopping in the weekends, actually she goes to 3 markets: Ampang Market, Pudu Market, and Chowkit. And if she does her shopping at Tesco, it will be like Tesco, Hero, and Eon Big. She doesn't go to one place. Actually, she goes to many places just to make sure that we get the best food at the best prices. My mom is truly special to me, in the sense that she is very, very passionate in what she does. Then I realized that I inherit that trait from her. She is not easily cowed, and she would make sure that if she argues or she fights, if she argues, she makes sure that that person will get the message. And I learned that I've inherited that trait from her. To honor my mother, all my sons were named after her lineage. Basir, which is her father, and then Basir bin Sa'ad. So my eldest son is Sa'ad bin Salam. So my second son's name is Salam, and the third one is Amin. So the third one, Salam bin Amin. So my third son's name is Amin. I honor her by naming all my children to her grandfather and her forefathers, because that's the best that I can do to honor her. And one thing that I find about my mother is that she loves all her grandchildren in so many ways, and it is her cooking that brought the family together. She's such a good cook that, I wish that she could make videos sharing her knowledge to those who like to become a better chef and a better cook, because it is through cooking that families can come together. My relationship with my mom, well, I would say could be better, because I inherit her trait, so sometimes you can't see eye to eye on certain issues. And when she gladiates, I would gladiate in return. As I age in life, I realize that mothers are always right. You cannot argue with somebody who's seen you naked. And same thing goes to my mom. She took care of me. So to her, I think in her eyes, I'm still a 6 months old Amir who is bald and who is still drooling. But I know that she loved me in so many ways. So if there's one song that I could dedicate for her, it will be this. 你养着有妈妈好，我妈的孩子长眼照，多谢妈妈礼物王宝，幸福享不完。Thank you, Mama, for what you have done, making me what I am. I'm grateful to God for who you are, making sure we are together. My translation is a bit poor. Mom, I want to tell you one thing, Mom. In the day of judgment, after making sure that Dad enters the door of paradise that he pleases, I would plead to God and say, oh God, whatever reward that I have, whatever reward that I have that you have accepted, please give it to my mom. And please make sure, grant her the wish of entering the door of paradise that she pleases. I'm Amir Bahari, and thank you for being with me today.